Have you ever stopped to observe those little signs a woman gives when she is genuinely interested in you? These are subtle yet revealing details that many men overlook. Female communication goes far beyond direct words. It lies in the nuances, the gestures, and especially in certain seemingly innocent phrases. Today, I will reveal 5 specific phrases that indicate she is interested in you. And more importantly, I will teach you how to correctly interpret these signals so you don't miss out on valuable opportunities. After this video, you will never again have doubts about her true intentions and will know exactly how to respond in each situation. Get ready to discover what she really means when she whispers certain words in your ear. When a woman slides in the expression, "It seems the mood is heating up," into a conversation, she is rarely talking about the ambient temperature. This phrase carries a deep emotional weight and represents a subtle invitation for a more intimate connection. Imagine the scenario. You are talking, the energy between you is growing, and suddenly she drops this loaded phrase. It's as if she is opening a door to a territory of greater closeness. The choice of this expression is not random. It is calculated and intentional, aimed at testing your perception and interest. It's important to understand that every word she says works like a code. In this specific case, heating up suggests a transformation, a change of state. She is signaling that she wants to go beyond the boundaries of casual conversation and dive into a deeper and more meaningful interaction. The subtlety of this communication demands that you be truly attentive. It's not enough to just listen, you must interpret. When she utters these words, she is waiting for your reaction. A glance, a smile, a movement that shows you have picked up on the message between the lines. Context is fundamental. The way she pronounces it, her tone of voice, her body language, everything counts at this moment. Your challenge will be to respond genuinely, without seeming forced or overly anxious. The key lies in balancing interest with a certain naturalness. This phrase represents more than just a simple weather observation. It is an invitation to explore emotional connections, to create a space of complicity where you can get to know each other beyond the surface. She is literally opening the doors to potential intimacy, testing your sensitivity and level of understanding. Therefore, when a woman says the mood is heating up, know that this is the moment to pay total attention. Do not let this precious opportunity for connection slip away. Your response can define the next steps of this interaction, transforming a simple comment into a bridge to something deeper and more significant. When a woman declares, "I love your perfume," she is doing much more than making a casual comment about fragrance. This compliment carries a deep sensory intimacy, revealing layers of interest that go beyond the superficial. The sense of smell is a powerful one, capable of awakening intense memories and emotions. When she brings up a comment about the perfume, she is creating a moment of intimate connection. It means you have already crossed the barrier of distance and entered her sensory universe. Notice the nuance of this declaration. She is not merely acknowledging a pleasant aroma, but establishing a closeness that allows you into her personal space. The perfume acts as an extension of your identity, something that attracts her and piques her curiosity. The choice of words is deliberate. "I love" is not a neutral verb. It expresses genuine attraction. When a woman uses this term, she is demonstrating that you have awakened something special in her. It is a subtle invitation for a closer interaction, a silent call for you to notice her interest. The context of this compliment is profoundly important. If spoken during a relaxed conversation, with a lingering gaze or a suggestive smile, it becomes even more significant. It represents an opening for romantic possibilities, a test to assess your sensitivity and ability to interpret subtle messages. Your response will be crucial at this moment. A simple "thank you" may not suffice. A knowing smile, a more intense gaze, or a comment that returns the intimacy can enhance that connection. Show her that you understood the true meaning behind the compliment. This type of communication reveals a sophisticated feminine strategy to show interest. It is not direct, not aggressive, but extremely effective. An elegant way to create an emotional bridge, testing your attunement and ability to grasp what is not being explicitly stated. Therefore, when you hear this comment about your perfume, know that it is much more than a simple compliment. It is an invitation for a dance of closeness, a secret code she is using to draw your attention. Be attentive, receptive, and prepared to respond with the same subtlety and interest. The complexity of female body language is an intricate art, and touches are true coded messages of interest. When a woman chooses to compliment your appearance while gently resting her hand on your arm or shoulder, it transcends a simple gesture. It is a direct invitation for closeness. This strategic touch does not happen by chance. It is a calculated movement that breaks the barrier of personal space, signaling a clear intention for connection. The delicacy of the physical contact reveals a desire to create intimacy beyond words, an intense and meaningful nonverbal communication channel. The pressure of the touch, the duration of the contact, the chosen location, all communicate something. A light brush on the arm during a conversation is not merely coincidence, but a secret code that says, "I am interested in you." This silent language works as a test, a way for her to evaluate your reaction and reciprocity. It's important to perceive that this gesture carries vulnerability. By invading your personal space, she exposes herself, creating an opportunity for you to show sensitivity and understanding. Your response will determine the next steps in this dance of closeness. The subtlety lies in balance. A sudden movement may scare her off, while warm receptivity can deepen the connection. Your challenge will be to respond naturally, without appearing anxious or disinterested. A knowing look, a discreet smile, or a gentle touch in response may be enough to signal that you understood the message. These moments of physical contact are true rituals of closeness. They represent a bridge between purely visual interest and a potential deeper emotional connection. The woman is literally testing the limits of your interaction, assessing your ability to understand nuances and react with sensitivity. So, when you feel her touch accompanied by a compliment, know that you are facing a special invitation. This is not just a physical gesture, but a complex code revealing desire, curiosity, and a potential opening for a more intimate connection. Be alert, receptive, and ready to respond with the same subtlety she used to approach you. The subtlety of an invitation for moments alone reveals itself as one of the most powerful signs of female interest. When a woman suggests, "How about we go somewhere quieter?" she is opening a door to a deeper and more private connection. This phrase is not simply a casual comment. It is a true code of approach, loaded with intentions that go far beyond just changing locations. Imagine the power of this proposal. She is literally creating a space for intimacy, away from distractions and outside gazes. The context of this suggestion is crucial. It is not an arbitrary change of setting, but a strategic invitation to establish a more meaningful connection. She carefully chooses the moment, the tone of voice, and the way she presents the invitation, testing your ability to comprehend and reciprocate. Notice the vulnerability present in this proposal. By suggesting a more private environment, she is exposing herself, demonstrating confidence and genuine interest. It's as if she is opening the doors to a more intimate conversation, where you can truly get to know each other beyond social conventions. The choice of location matters profoundly. It could be a more secluded cafe, a quiet corner at an event, or any space that offers privacy. The objective is not just to physically change environment, but to create an atmosphere conducive to deeper connections. Your reaction will determine the next steps of this interaction. A simple yes will not suffice. You need to demonstrate interest, attention, and respect. A knowing look, a discreet smile, or a comment that deepens the conversation can be fundamental in strengthening this approach. This moment represents a bridge between initial interest and a potential more significant connection. She is literally inviting you to cross barriers, to know her beyond the surface. Your sensitivity to perceive and respond to that invitation will make all the difference. Therefore, when you receive this invitation to a more tranquil place, know that you are facing a special opportunity. It is not just a physical change, but a ritual of approach, a secret code that reveals desire, curiosity, and the opening for a truly intimate connection. When a woman directs a direct compliment about your appearance, saying, "You look very handsome today," this transcends a simple casual comment. These words carry a special energy, revealing genuine interest and appreciation that goes beyond the surface. This type of statement doesn't come about by chance. It represents a strategic moment where she decides to clearly reveal her attraction, breaking down barriers of shyness and social convention. A direct compliment about your appearance serves as a secret code, a sophisticated way of demonstrating that you have captured her admiration. The choice of vocabulary is not random. The use of "very handsome" carries a different intensity than a generic compliment. It means she has not only noticed your presence, but has been positively impacted by what she sees. This kind of comment reveals a detailed observation, an assessment that surpasses merely physical aspects. The context of this statement is fundamental to understanding her true intentions. If pronounced during a relaxed conversation, with a lingering gaze or a suggestive smile, the compliment gains layers of meaning. It transforms into a genuine invitation for a more intimate approach. Your reaction will determine the next steps of this interaction. A simple "thank you" may sound automatic and uninterested. A response that reciprocates the same energy, with a knowing smile or a comment that deepens the connection, can transform this moment into a bridge for more significant interaction. It is essential to understand that this compliment represents a manifestation of interest. It is not just a courtesy, but a subtle test to evaluate your sensitivity and ability to interpret messages between the lines. She is creating an opportunity for you to demonstrate reciprocity and attunement. The vulnerability present in this gesture deserves full attention. By exposing herself and revealing her admiration, she is literally opening the door to a possible approach. Your sensitivity to perceive and respond appropriately will make all the difference in the development of that potential connection. Therefore, when you receive a direct compliment about your appearance, understand that you are facing a precious moment. It is not just words, but a complex code that reveals desire, curiosity, and the opening for a deeper and more significant interaction. Interpreting female signals requires a keen sensitivity that few men truly develop. Many overlook the subtle codes transmitted during interactions, missing valuable opportunities for connection by not understanding the complexity of nonverbal communication. The art of deciphering these signals goes far beyond a skill. It represents a true emotional intelligence. Men who can capture the nuances of this silent language have significant advantages in relationships. It is not just about noticing what is being said, but mostly understanding what remains in the subtext. Every gesture, every word carries a profound meaning. Women communicate through layers of information that require truly attentive listening. Her body language functions as a complex map, where each movement serves as an indicator of interest, desire, or expectation. The secret lies in detailed observation, a lingering gaze, a discreet smile, a subtle touch. All these elements compose a silent dialect that needs to be deciphered with subtlety and respect. It is not enough to see. It is fundamental to understand the intention behind each signal. Female communication operates like a sophisticated coding system. She constantly tests a man's ability to perceive, creating situations where accurate interpretation will determine the next steps in the interaction. A truly connected man can read these messages without needing direct words. It is important to emphasize that this ability does not arise naturally. It develops through practice, observation, and above all, respect. It means being genuinely interested in understanding the feminine emotional universe, going beyond superficial expectations. Male sensitivity represents the differential in this complex dynamic. Men who cultivate this capacity for perception tend to build deeper and more significant relationships. The key lies in abandoning prejudices, breaking down communication barriers, and being genuinely open to receive messages between the lines. Developing this relational intelligence does not mean losing masculinity, but rather expanding your capacity for connection. It is about being present, being genuine, and demonstrating an understanding that goes far beyond the apparent. True seduction resides precisely in the ability to grasp the subtle codes she transmits. Acting with confidence emerges as a fundamental element to transform subtle signals into meaningful connections. Confidence represents not just an external stance, but an internal energy that communicates authenticity and security. When you recognize feminine codes and respond with firmness, you are demonstrating much more than interest. You are revealing emotional maturity. The ability to interpret these signals without appearing anxious or desperate becomes your great differential in relationships. True confidence arises from a deep understanding of oneself. It means being at peace with your characteristics, vulnerabilities, and potentials. When a woman perceives this inner solidity, she feels naturally attracted and secure to deepen the connection. Responding calmly to her signals represents a true test of maturity. It is not about acting artificially or following a pre-established script, but about reacting genuinely and respectfully. Your authenticity will always be the greatest element of attraction. Confidence also manifests in the ability to listen to and genuinely understand the feminine emotional universe. It means being available beyond physical gestures, connecting with her essence, her desires, and her deepest expectations. Developing this ability requires practice and self-knowledge. It does not emerge instantly, but is built through experiences, reflections, and primarily mutual respect. Every interaction serves as a laboratory to enhance your relational sensitivity. Your posture will determine the development of any potential connection. A firm gaze, a genuine smile, attentive listening, all these elements communicate much more than words. They signal a contemporary masculinity that is sensitive and secure. The key lies in balancing assertiveness and vulnerability, demonstrating that you are present, interested, but without appearing desperate or invasive. A delicate dance where each movement counts, every gesture reveals, and each word carries meanings beyond the literal. Therefore, cultivate this confidence as your greatest treasure. It will be your most powerful credential in the realm of romantic interactions, opening doors to truly meaningful and transformative connections. The conclusion of our guide represents a crucial moment to consolidate all the knowledge shared. These subtle phrases are true keys that open doors to deep emotional connections. Each female signal carries a special message waiting to be deciphered by truly attentive men. The art lies in perceiving beyond the obvious, understanding the subtext, and responding with authenticity. It is not enough to just listen. It is essential to interpret with sensitivity. Develop your relational intelligence. Be open to these nuances and transform every interaction into a unique opportunity for true connection.